Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you a summer dress from the June 2023 issue of Burda Style. We're going to be sewing up dress 102 here, and this is this lovely easy summer dress, perfect for all sorts of occasions. So this dress is going to be on the red pattern line of sheets A and B. Sorry for my crinkling here. So I'm going to unfold these pattern sheets and I'm going to look for my pattern pieces that I'm going to trace out and make sure I have enough room around those pattern pieces so I can add my seam allowance after. Whenever it's the red pattern pieces, I find they're harder to trace because my eye kind of blends in with the rest of the colors. And now that I have those pattern pieces traced, I'm going to add the seam allowance. The fabric that I'm using today is a thrifted tablecloth and I don't have very much of it. So I want to add really minimal seam allowance so I can conserve as much fabric as possible. Here I'm just adding a 1 centimeter seam allowance around the edges of the dress. And now we'll cut out our pattern pieces and get ready to put them on the fabric. Now I'm preparing the fabric to be cut, so I'm going to give everything a really nice press so my sewing is nice and accurate. And now we'll cut out our pattern pieces. Now I'm going to be marking my darts and any other markings in the sewing pattern to make sure everything is super accurate. Now it's time to get the machine all threaded and ready to sew. I'm going to start out by pinning the darts on my bodice. And we'll sew those up now. Now I'm going to run a long basting stitch along the top edge of my skirt so that I can gather this up and it'll fit really nicely into the bodice. And I'm going to pull those gathering threads so it matches the length of the bodice. we're going to sew up the side seams of the bodice. And then we're going to sew up the side seams of the skirt. And here I'm pinning the bodice to the skirt. And we will sew them together. So morning has now come, and I am sewing up those straps in long tubes. And sewing up the bodice lining for the dress. I'm going to give everything a really nice press so it all fits nicely together. And now I'm going to serge the back seam, the center back seam of the dress, and I'm going to stitch it all the way up until our zipper, where we're going to insert our zipper. Now it's time to get to the zipper. I'm going to pin this in place before I baste it in. Now I'm seam ripping that zipper open before I stitch it into place with my invisible zipper foot. Now it's time to sew the lining to the bodice, and I'm leaving the spaces open in the back for the strap so I can try this on and adjust it as necessary. And this is how much I'm taking off of those straps before I sew them down. So now I'm serging the edge of the dress to fold it up to be my hem. And now it's time to give everything a good press into place. And stitch that hem down. It's all coming together. I'm understitching the bodice so the lining stays on the inside. Now I'm folding the seam allowance under on the bodice lining so I can whip stitch that down. And time to finish this project with a little whip stitch and appreciate the hard work we've put into our new garment. And that is this lovely summer dress that I made. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along for this sewing process. It was really fun to film. It was a bit of a different video for me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time.